We don't hear them, so they're-
Oh, yeah. No, but nobody rings my door. Nobody comes to our door. But if
Okay,
the
are you
light-
ready?
The light is on.
Thank you. Good evening. This is the Town of Rocky Hills Economic Development Commission regular meeting for Tuesday, June 10th, 2025. I'm not going to hit the thing. Public comment. This portion of the meeting is specifically set aside for comments from the public who are asked to limit their comments to 2 minutes. I forgot my glasses. Any person interested in providing public comment remotely should email publicmeetings@rockyhillct.gov prior to 4 p.m. on the day of the meeting, at which time a link will be provided to attend the meeting as well as instructions on how to participate. Okay, we don't have anything there. Next on the agenda, we are flying, is the approval of minutes.
Motion to approve.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
They are approved. Next, we have the Middlesex Chamber update. We don't have anyone here. Do you have anything?
I just have that they're doing the breakfast at the Sheridan here in town next week.
The Travelers one?
Yes, Tuesday, June 7th or 17th, and it's somebody speaking from the PGA Tour. I'm unsure of his name.
We do have the 18th one
Yep.
here, that I know, the morning, the Rocky Hill Division breakfast at
Yes,
the
that one
Senior
too.
Center.
Yeah.
Yep. At 8 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I don't think there's anything else from them. I think Cruise on Main is coming up.
Tomorrow.
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Ooh, man, that's a quick turnaround for them.
Yes, it is. I feel their pain. It's
This
tough.
month is flying.
Yeah.
Okay, then we are on to the manager's report.
All right. Who's ready for Make Music Day? I know Alan is. Yeah, so Make Music Day, I finalized a bit of a schedule. So we're very excited to have a few events going on all day that day on June 21st. We also, or I should say use the grant money to buy harmonicas for the kids that will be passed out at the library at the 2 events that they're doing over there, as well as buying Make Music Day stickers. So those will also be passed out. What else? Oh, and then last week I went to a few businesses in town with the flyer, and I spoke to a couple business owners and workers and tried to spread the word, and they seemed interested.
Nice.
There's still some that I need to go to, so I'll be doing that again this week.
Did that
in-
make it to the front board, the
Yes.
board on the corner?
Yes.
Okay.
There should be like 2 different schedule events and then the main flyer for that on the board. And then also the Rare Reminder called me, and they're going to write a little blurb about Make Music Day, which should be posted, I believe, this Thursday, she
That's
said.
when it comes out, yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, hope to see everybody at one of the events on June 21st.
If I could do a plug. So
Sure.
Rocky Hill Arts Now, the nonprofit for Rocky Hill to promote public art, is taking part, and we are doing YouTube karaoke over in the grass between the fire and police departments. And I just confirmed yesterday that there is Wi-Fi in that area, so it
Awesome.
will actually be easy to do that.
That will be fun.
Yep.
Thank you.
We've invited the police department. So Cops and Karaoke has a nice ring to it, I think. I've been warned that some are not very good singers.
That's all
But
right.
they
You don't have to
all
be a
been
good singer.
Exactly. None of us are. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. We're pretty much all set to go for Arts. Rocky Hill Arts Now is pretty much all good to go with that.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate your help with setting that up.
Yeah, I just think it makes sense because we'll have that just the town center. There'll be stuff at the library. There's stuff at the community
Yeah.
center. There'll be stuff at Academy Hall and the Historical Society. So there will be music all around the area.
Right.
If nothing else, people walking their dogs around will be
Sure.
like, "What the heck is going on? Maybe I should grab the mic."
And I like that sense of community too, that we can kind of bring that old Main Street community together with the campus and different businesses and sort of have a day for that type of thing. So
Get people talking
Did
about
we get any
stuff going on.
businesses to actually,
not yet. So that's sort of my biggest struggle with doing Make Music Day is if I
thought
go
we
in
were gonna
person
try
or
to-
email. I haven't had a business commit yet to signing up as a venue.
Have we talked to the one right across the street that does like drum circles and stuff anyway?
Yes, I've been emailing with her back and forth. I sent her a flyer, and she did tell me about the drum circles that they do, but I haven't received like a definite answer either way. So I can follow up with her this week.
Because it looks like at like 3 o'clock, all this is gonna fall off. We could use a nice like 3 to 5 drum circle time in there maybe.
Yes, because then Ed Ciccarello's doing his music at 7 o'clock at Academy Museum.
Yeah, see, we
So-
got a gap in there.
Yeah, we got a gap. All right, fill the
And
gap.
have you talked to the UCC church too?
That's the one right in front of.
Yeah, the big one here. See if
I-
somebody can just play the organ.
I did email with them, and they said they weren't able to do anything at this time. Maybe next year, but
I mean, they do organ practice with the bells and stuff periodically
Oh.
anyway. Maybe just move that to like, I mean, it's not, participatory,
right.
but it will be music being played
Yeah,
that everybody can hear.
yeah. I could double check with them. I can email the ladies over there again this week. They're very nice.
They are.
Or a music store.
Oh yeah, music. What is it? Music Score on the Silestine.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and I talked to him at the Pride event too. And so was like casually aware that it was going on. So he will know of it if you reach out.
All right. I will stop there this week, definitely. Any other questions about Make Music Day? Concerns? Okay. A couple weeks ago, I created the Rocky Hill Restaurant Trail. I made it through a free website, and it's basically a tool that people can go on, and it displays all of the different restaurants that we have in town. There's a picture of each restaurant. There's a website link to each restaurant. And then if you scroll down all the way at the bottom, there's a section for cafes/coffee shops. So I figured this is a good step to build a directory to showcase the different cuisine that Rocky Hill has and think that's about it for that part.
What's the total number now?
I was gonna say,
For
that's a
restaurants.
lot.
Well, I know in the past, Ray has said that we had one of the highest per capita restaurant to population in the state.
I
at,
think
we had
it's about-
53. That's what we had before.
It's actually like 64, I think. If you include in like the fast food restaurants,
Yeah.
which I did, because they're still restaurants, you can't leave them out, obviously. So I think with everything in total, it's about like 65 restaurants. So,
It's pretty good.
which is great, yeah. So I'm trying to find a way to showcase what we have here, the restaurants, the different cuisine, and then obviously continue that work into the business directory. But I think this is a good head start to do that, is to do this restaurant trail. And the Rare Reminder is also aware of this. The person who called me thought it was more of like a in-person event, like a Taste of Rocky Hill type
Yeah.
thing, which I told her at the moment it's not, but maybe in the future that could be a good idea that we could pursue to do something like that.
So I just counted, it looks like 38. But there wasn't, the cafe ones aren't on there.
On the
Cafes.
restaurant trail website that
It might, maybe it's, hey, it's
If-
brand,
okay.
brand spanking new. There's probably some that still need to have their details filled in or
Okay.
whatnot, but
It's a great idea.
yeah, that's great. Hey, maybe one of the things that we've been talking about is that we need to have like a town brand,
Yeah,
Maybe it's Restaurant Capital of Connecticut.
I like
So can
that.
they add that, the QR code, can we get that added to the website somehow?
There is a restaurant, so if you go on the town website under economic development, there is a tab for the restaurant trail that has the QR code
Is
and
there
a
a way we
link.
can get it put up earlier on the site?
It's,
don't know.
I also think it's on Newsflash in the beginning, like on the
Okay.
homepage of Rocky Hill website. I believe John Murphy did a newsflash of it and posted it on Facebook.
Okay, that would be good.
Yeah.
Not that people go to their website.
Trying to
but I
cover
mean,
all the
have to go
bases.
from the website to economic development to,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just a
yeah,
lot
yeah,
of.
yeah.
it's
Right,
kinda
because
buried.
you don't want to have people dig too hard to try to
they-
find
well, they
something.
won't, yeah.
they won't. So you got to make sure it's visible and easy to find. So,
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
thank you.
I mean, because Connecticut they did their pizza trail recently,
Yes.
where you could get, added to the pizza trail. So
Yeah, and it's a free tool, so even if it's not the best right now, working with what we have with a free resource.
yeah, absolutely. Use
what-
all the free stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to the next update, I will be working with Kim Ritchie to pursue a certification for the CETUS Best Practices in Economic Development and Land Use Planning. So it's basically like a long list of questions where your department kind of double checks to make sure that we're doing everything smoothly for businesses and residents, that applications are easy to find, that the communication is thorough and easy. So I believe the deadline for this is June 30th. And then they take the summer to decide who gets, if you make it, like a gold award, silver award, bronze award. So I'm hoping with the help of myself, Kim Ritchie, Steve Soplack, that we can at least get a bronze award. I think that would be super, super awesome. And there is an award ceremony in the fall if you do win, and your name is displayed as, the 2025, along with other towns. So it's not just one town that could get each level. It could be
Similar
multiple.
to the sustainability awards. And
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
You
So
get different certification.
right. So we will be working on that. Any questions about that?
No, sounds good.
And then I'm also working with, I believe his name is Aaron Smith from Advanced CT, to get available land that we have here in town listed on their Connecticut certified sites. So it basically, you fill out a bunch of information, give them the paperwork, and they display it on their website so that it's easy for developers to see that we have land in Rocky Hill here that's available, that's either investment ready, shovel ready. There's a couple different things. So, yeah, more to come on that. Any questions on that?
No,
Great.
sounds like you're getting your feet wet in all of these things to make some progress on them.
Yes. And then moving on to the last update, I figured this would be useful for you guys to know if you would like to go to the public hearing scheduled on June 18th at 6:30. There is a zoning regulation text change application for a self-storage facility that would be located at 1610 Silestein Highway. I will probably attend this meeting, and obviously, if this gets approved, it's directly affects economic development. And I haven't spoken with these guys in like 8 months or so, so I'm looking forward to
It is
an update.
It is right next to Howard Johnson, between that and the
Oh, so it's
on-ramp
the
to the
empty-
highway,
oh,
right?
it's not taking over a current building, it's
No, it's
the empty space.
vacant. Yeah, vacant land. That's
To do the original hotel a few years back.
Yeah, it's same owners
Gotcha.
that have owned the property. They came with a pre-application, I want to say a month or two ago, something like that, for self-storage with a little bit of a different design to make it look less like self-storage.
more fancy, like state of the art, climate controlled.
Yeah,
So it's
for-
not such a
not like
like-
not like a
like a
cube
box.
smart
Yeah,
type
yeah.
thing. That lot is really tough because there's a lot of wetlands that they have to kind of move around, and it's wedged between that highway on ramp, which is also getting moved around a little bit in the
Yes.
near future too.
yes.
So what is the text change that needs to be done? Do you know? Is it just like that area isn't zoned for self-storage or something?
I think it's because it was approved originally for that hotel,
Oh, because okay,
and it was like restaurant,
hotel, yeah.
that they're not doing anymore, and now they want to do self-storage. I don't know all
sounds
of the
right. That
details,
sounds
but
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it looked nice, and that piece of land has been vacant. The same person has owned it and has been trying to do something with it for like 25 years.
Yeah, I believe it has some history.
Yeah. So, all right. That's it for me.
All good stuff.
Yeah.
Any other business discussions?
I don't think so. Did we have anything else in our packet that I missed?
I don't think so.
Everything's covered.
Yeah, I think that was it. Wow, we actually covered a lot really quickly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I know, I thought it was going to be a longer meeting.
I know.
Daniel, you did tell me, it looks like,
Yeah.
so, okay.
Thank you.
So if we have nothing else, can I give a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Adjourned.